Has anyone ever said to you when you're stressed out or worried to take a deep breath and you find that you just can't do it? Or have you ever offered this advice to a child and they said no or I can't? Well, there's some good reasons for this. Most people know that taking a slower, deeper breath is good to calm you down, but oftentimes it's not that easy to do. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why it may be difficult to take a deep breath and what you can do about it. Hello, Mira Binzen here, author and co-founder, along with my mom and sister of Global Family Wellness. We're here to empower you and your family to live a holistic lifestyle so you can thrive. This video is going to help you better understand the mechanics of the breath and the nervous system and how your breath can be a powerful ally to reduce anxious feelings. Your breath and your nervous system are closely interrelated. When you're able to control and shape your breath, it's like having your hand on the knob of your nervous system. It's pretty cool. Every time you breathe in, it's a sympathetic response. It's alerting and energizing. Every time you breathe out, it's a parasympathetic response. It's calming and relaxing. So you're toggling back and forth, breath by breath, between being energized and being relaxed. This is your autonomic nervous system, and it's part of your alarm system. So when you're in balance, you're rocking back and forth between alert and relaxed. A 9-year-old student of mine said this perfectly. She said, "I don't know if it's possible, but I feel energized and relaxed." And that's exactly how your body and mind are meant to work. Now, oftentimes, that isn't the case, right? When we're anxious or nervous or worried, short, shallow breathing is the norm. So the breathing affects our nervous system and tells us there might be alarm. And the alarm system affects the breathing, short, shallow breathing. So an obvious solution is to just take a deep breath, right? But sometimes that's not easy to do, and there's several reasons for this. For those of us who experience anxious feelings chronically over time, that short, shallow, restricted breathing becomes a habit, and habits can be hard to break. So let's look at a holistic approach to better breathing habits. There are several reasons why it may be hard to take a deep breath. So let's look at the body, breath, mind, and other factors to see what's going on and how we can free our breath. First of all, at the physical level, you might have physical restriction for your breathing. So the side ribs, the diaphragm, which is the main muscle in breathing, could be tense. Muscle tension is one of the main physical effects of anxious feelings. And so if you've got physically tense muscles, it's harder to take a deep breath. As we have experiences that are stressful or even traumatic, we actually have armoring, like physical restriction in the body. And so when you go to take a deep breath, it's almost like you're wearing a metal corset and there's no physical room for you to take a breath. So if that's the case, you can do some things to stretch these restricted muscles. Side stretching is a great way to open up your breath. So you can pretend that you're a blown palm and reach your arms overhead and lean to one side and breathe in through those side stretching muscles, and then do the other side as well. So this is a nice, easy side stretch that can release the restriction in the muscles and allow a better breath. Also, twisting is a great thing that you can do to help stretch breathing muscles. So again, the diaphragm is the main breathing muscle. It constricts as you inhale, and it relaxes as you exhale. Sometimes that diaphragm is barely moving at all, and no wonder we're feeling anxious or nervous. We're not getting a full breath. And so twisting and stretching your body forward and back will help you breathe better. Now, when are you going to do this twisting and stretching? Every day. You want to take your body to the gym so that you have more room to breathe. You don't have to actually go to a gym, but just do some stretching every day, and that will help you relax and it will help stretch your muscles so you can take a better breath. So that's what you can do at the physical level. Now, at the level of the actual apparatus of your breath, is that breathing restriction can occur due to poor habits. So you're in the habit of kind of being shallow breathing, even having your shoulders rounded. And so the best thing that you can do for this is to lay down on the ground with your belly on the ground. You can stack one hand on top of the other and turn your head to rest your cheek on your stacked hands and let your belly soften on the floor. This is where you can practice deep abdominal breathing. I was working with a grown-up once and we were sitting up and I was helping him feel a deeper breath. He had his hand on his belly and a hand on the chest and he could not get any movement in his belly at all. His breath was stuck up higher in his chest. So I had him lay down in this crocodile position. And after a few moments of relaxing, we talked about something else. So he wasn't even thinking about his breath. After a few moments of lying on the ground, his belly released. He got a full breath into his belly and his whole body woke up. It was like, ah, right? So he had been breathing in this restricted manner for years, and this is often the case. And so when do you want to do this? Every day. You want to lay on the ground, feel your belly on the floor, let your belly soften, set your timer for 2 minutes, and practice deeper breathing so that when you are in a stressful situation, you've had some practice, your breath is open and free, and you can take a deep breath. Now, let's look what's going on at the level of your mind. You might have some resistance to taking a deeper breath, and there's several reasons for this. So when we're feeling anxious, we're on high alert. Our alarm mode is triggered. It's not just a casual day at the park. There's a potential threat in the environment. So when we're thinking worried thoughts about what's going on in our day, our whole system goes on high alert. And when you're on high alert, you're more resistant. We have a whole video about this if you want to check it out. And so when you're resistant, you're less likely to try anything, even something that can be good for you. So at this level, the strategy here is to recognize how your body is trying to keep you safe. Thank you, body. And then say, okay, I'm stressed out, so I'm a little bit resistant to it, but I'm going to try it anyways. And the best way to work with this is to have been practicing your stretches and your breathing every day, so it's easier, like, oh yeah, I can do that. I do it every morning. Now, there's another level of the mind that we want to address as well, and this is your belief. You might have a belief about your anxious feelings and what you can do about it. You might be thinking like, well, that's not going to work for me. Or you might be thinking, it's hopeless. I'm always going to have anxious feelings and there's nothing I can do to change it. Well, that's not true, but you might have a belief about that, and that belief is what's behind you saying, no, I can't do it, or I'm not even going to try it. So to recognize that you might have a belief about your anxious feelings, and what you can do about that is to recognize it and to understand that, you know what, this is a normal human emotion. Maybe I have an extra sensitive sensory system that is on high alert when there isn't really a threat in the world, but I can do something about it. And this is where you can become the captain of your own ship. I'm choosing to try some things that can make a difference for me. So to recognize that you might be having a belief about your anxious feelings that keeps you from trying a technique that absolutely will help you. And the last reason why it may be hard for you to take a deep breath or to benefit from taking a deep breath is because you feel disconnected. This, according to this holistic approach, is at the root cause of any imbalance or something that we're feeling that's keeping us from enjoying a high quality of life, feeling like you don't belong or you're not a part of it. And the antidote for this is to be in nature. Trees are expert breathers. So when you spend time with trees, you will automatically start breathing better. Your body will relax, your mind will relax, and your breath will open up. So again, it becomes easier to take a deep breath. Trees are a part of nature, and we are a part of nature too. And so when you spend time in nature, you get a felt sense, you get a personal experience of that connection. And connection is the foundation of well-being. So find ways to feel connected to nature. and look to a tree to mentor you for better breathing habits. So we've just gone through a holistic approach. We're looking at what you can do at the level of your body and with your breath and with your mind and also with your beliefs, which is another aspect of your mind. And then finally, your sense of connection. And nature is the most wise teacher for that. So this is a holistic approach. And now you've got a better understanding. You can choose some tools that you can use on a regular basis, and you can take action. You can totally do this, and practicing every day is the secret to do this. And if you'd like more help with this, then please check out our 21-day journey from anxious to awesome. We're helping you on a day-to-day basis in bite-sized pieces develop these kinds of habits so you can be the captain of your own ship on this journey from anxious to awesome. Your breath is a powerful ally on the journey from anxious to awesome. So get to know it, practice making space for it, and use it where you can to control your nervous system so that you can feel energized when you want to feel energized and you can feel relaxed when you want to feel relaxed. Your interest in your own well-being is a healing balm for the whole world. So thank you for that. If you're interested in this kind of a thing, please subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and like this video and share it with someone else who might want to better understand how to take a deep breath. And we love to hear from you. Did you try one of these tools and allowed you to take a deep breath? Did you have an experience in life where you were stressed out and you were like, wait a minute, I know how to take a deep breath now and I'm going to do it, and you had a good outcome? Please let us know. We love to hear from you. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you again soon.